Welcome back. Welcome back to more ignorance in basketball. Now, thank God the Suns are done with that losing streak bullshit. Leave that for the other 29 teams. You can keep that shit. We don't want it back. Mavericks, sorry. Sorry to give you 5 in a row. I'm sorry. I know it stings. I can't say I've been there, but we were almost there. And that shit sucks. You can have that. Let's talk about it because I did make a video actually about the game against the Warriors, but I just didn't fucking post it, so I figured let's just redo it and combine the two. So let's start off with the Warriors game. Now, 3 losses in a row was enough. I didn't want to see 4, and I definitely didn't want to see goofy ass fucking shucking and jiving fucking Steph Curry give my team their 4th loss in a row. We already had fucking stupid ass Charles Barkley. Just kidding, I love Charles Barkley. Talking about this team is disappointing and it doesn't have an identity. You don't fucking watch the games like we watch the games. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I get it. Yes, this team has ups and downs. It's very new and it's injured to fuck. So obviously things are going to be a little bit rough right now. Caught him at a bad time. But guess what? Beat the fucking bricks off of the Warriors. Now, I know Klay Thompson isn't healthy, but at the time, the Warriors had a better record than the Suns. The Suns were 8-8, and I think the Warriors were 10-8. And I remember seeing that because when I saw it, it pissed me off because there's no way in hell that the Warriors are a better team than the Suns. Now, I already talked about those 3 losses in a row. Well, actually, I didn't talk about the OKC one. I talked about the 2 ones with the Suns, how they were just kind of bullshit. A lot of unlucky injury shit happening late in the game. The OKC game, I think everybody just played like shit except for Chris Paul. Ayton didn't look good. Bridges didn't look good. Nobody really looked good, and they couldn't hit any fucking shots. And they blew a 17-point lead, which, I'm not huge on that. As long as it's not like late in the 4th, I don't really think blowing leads matters that much. Because once you get a lead early in a game, it's almost impossible to fucking keep it. I mean, it's the NBA. Even if you're playing against the fucking Pistons, leads aren't safe. But let's talk about some things I noticed in that Warriors game. So first off, they started off well. That's something I'm going to continue to look at in fucking every single game because it's like the starting 5 is so good, but for whatever reason, they start off shit almost every game. But this game, they actually started off well. Ayton was looking good in the early in the game. I think he finished with around 12 and 14 or something like that. Nothing too crazy, but honestly, I'm really just looking at his energy because it seems like a lot of the times he's a little tentative. I don't know. He's a little passive, and that's the shit I don't like to see. Even if you have fucking 8 and 7, as long as you don't look like you're playing like a bitch and you're not slacking off on defense and you're setting hard screens and you're playing, you're doing the things you're supposed to be doing, that's all I really care about. Numbers, they're nice, but it's not the biggest deal in the world. Another thing I noticed is that Mikal Bridges was driving a lot more and he was cutting a lot more. I think the chemistry with him and Frank Kaminsky that game was really good. And I think when he's cutting and driving and kicking out, it's a dangerous team. I think the more people you can have on a team that have the ability to drive successfully and not turn the fucking ball over, I think that's huge, especially in the playoffs because, as you know, it sucks the defense in. And this team has a lot of shooters, so the more players that you have that can penetrate and kick, the better. Also, the bench was great. I mean, Nader was great. We'll get to Frank in a minute. Everybody was solid. Even more, I think he only had 2 and 2, but he didn't do anything to piss me off because that's what I look for. Nader was great. I think I already said that. And everybody was solid. And everybody looked aggressive. Everybody looked like they were looking for their shot. And that is a huge thing. I could tell that the energy had shifted, and you could just tell that this team was pissed that they lost that OKC game because they were up by 17. Nobody played well, but they were still right there, and they should have won that game, let's be real. They just didn't execute late. They didn't execute well late into the game. But everybody on that fucking team knew they should have won that game. OKC, no, they shouldn't have won that game. So good, because I'm glad. I would rather take an OKC loss and a Warriors win than the other way around any day of the motherfucking week. So let's get into our boy, Frank the Tank. Now, it was good to see Frank the Tank look for his shot. Now, I know he almost had a triple-double. The fact that I'm telling you, this team is deep as fuck. But the fact that your backup center can damn near get a triple-double is fucking crazy. So that should tell you that this team is deep as shit and that it's ring season, which is what I've been saying. And if you disagree, you're wrong, and that's fine. But shout out to him. Like I said, it was good to see him look for his own shot. Every time he saw fucking, what's his name? Wiseman, which is a great last name, by the way. Wiseman? That's pretty fucking cool. Your last name is Wiseman and you're a man. It'd be weird if you're a woman. Wiseman? Yeah, it wouldn't be weird. Whatever. But every time he saw him guarding him, he looked like I was guarding him. He's like, oh, this motherfucker's trying to guard me? Hilarious. Get this fucking and one in your face. And I don't know. I feel like he had like 3 and ones. It was crazy. Thought I was watching fucking Hakeem Olajuwon, the reincarnation. I know he's still alive, but you guys get what I'm saying. It was a beautiful thing. He was doing everything, and the man had 8 assists. How many backup centers are gonna get you 8 assists? Fucking 0. That's how many. So shout out to him. Game ball goes to you, my friend. I don't have the power to give you the game ball, but if I did, I would give it to you, and that should mean something to you. Let's talk about the game tonight, because it was another beautiful, beautiful win. Now, these were my thoughts going into this game. I was like, oh shit, okay. I thought this was going to be about a 50-50, because obviously no Booker, no Saric, no Cameron Payne. Yikes. And Dallas has lost 4 in a row. Fuck. And you know they're going to be hungry, but no Porzingis, so I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Both teams are missing a vital player. I think things are, pretty even. Let's see what happens. Now, obviously, I think the Suns are a better team, but they fuck up sometimes, because they're human. And that's just how life works. So this is what I noticed. Obviously, I took some notes because I am a professional. Crowder was big in the first quarter. He hit some big shots because, like I said, this team starting off is up and down. Sometimes they start off well, most of the time they don't. So I think Crowder's shooting kind of set the tone a little bit early and then let them get into like a 15-2 run, because that happens a lot. And, you don't have our boy Cameron Payne to run the offense. So I think getting off to good starts is a lot more crucial when you don't have him. 8, oh yeah, fuck. And then we had the weird Ayton injury where we had to have fucking Mr. Miyagi come out and fix his shoulder and shit. As soon as I saw him tweak his whatever that was, I think it was his shoulder, I was like, fuck, here we go again, another injury. I already had it in my head, Ayton out for like fucking 6 weeks, and I was depressed. But thank goodness this man came back into the game. Thank God for Mr. Miyagi and his Japanese magic. Yeah. His magic hands. Another thing. So I watched this game listening to the Dallas Mavericks announcers, and I caught some shade because they were saying that Willie Cauley-Stein should be happy that he's playing against Ayton and not Boogie Cousins. And I was like, alright, hold up, bitch. Hold up. Now look, they weren't talking about Boogie Cousins from fucking 6 years ago. They're talking about Boogie Cousins, the one that comes off the bench for the Rockets. Now, does he come off the bench? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure he does. Now, there's no way on God's green earth that motherfucker should think Boogie Cousins is a better center now than Ayton is. no way. I don't give a fuck if it's offensively, defensively. I don't care how much bigger Boogie is. I don't give a shit. There is nothing that he should be better at except for passing than Ayton. Fuck, especially not defense. Hell no. So, Ayton, if you're listening to this, which you obviously are, take that. Take that. People are disrespecting you on public television. Now, what are you going to do with it? Is it public television? No, it's cable. But you guys get what I'm saying. Cable is public. I don't know. Now, I will say that for that first half, it looked like Cauley-Stein was going to outplay him. But our boy Ayton came through and finished the game off with 17 rebounds, damn, 18 points and 4 assists. Very impressive numbers. Like I said, he was looking a little rough, and he shot 50% from the field, so that's pretty fucking good. Like that, he can, and he didn't even play amazing this game. He started off shitty, and he finished it off strong, thank goodness. But I mean, for a lot of the game, he kind of just looked like he was going. You guys have to understand, it is 12 o'clock here. I'm a little bit tired, and sometimes your brain and your body just shuts down, and that's just kind of what happened. But what I was trying to say is, it looked like he was just kind of going through the motions a bit, but he turned it on late, and I can respect that. Oh yeah, the Suns had a fucking terrible start to the fourth quarter. I think, what did fucking Doncic have, 18 points in the third? That fucker. How annoying. You're annoying. Don't do that again. And then it's honestly, I hate to say it, but Chris Paul looked like he just kind of took over the game late. He didn't shoot well today. I mean, he finished shooting 8 of 18, but in the first 3 quarters, this man could not buy a damn basket. I don't know exactly what his numbers were in the first 3 quarters, but the eyeball test was like, this motherfucker cannot hit a shot to save his life. But he took over in the fourth, man. The clutch shit is real. It's hilarious that the most clutch player is 5'8". They say he's 6 feet. He's lying. He's 5'8". Without shoes, he's 5'8". That's a joke. But yeah, he really took over in the fourth. And it wasn't just him, though. I mean, Ayton didn't do a lot of scoring in the fourth. He did have that one dunk. The big one. I think it was tied at the time where Chris Paul kind of lost the ball, or not kind of lost the ball, just did lose the ball, and picked it up off the ground and dunked that bitch. That was huge. He did miss some free throws, and he missed some couple baby hooks, which pissed me off, yes, but he rebounded the shit out of the ball late. I don't know how many rebounds he had in the fourth because I'm not a fucking nerd and I don't do math, but he had a lot. I noticed that he had a lot of crucial rebounds that the whole team really executed well, offensively and defensively, to finish the fourth off. You can't just do that with one guy. Even if Chris Paul hit every damn shot in a row, you still gotta fucking play defense. So I think that they executed really well. That's something I've been looking at lately. I mean, I haven't been giving the Suns too much shit for blowing games early because, like I've been saying, they still have a lot of things to work on. This team is still really fucking new. And I still think the dynamic between Devin Booker and Chris Paul is something that is going to need to be worked out. Obviously, Devin Booker didn't play in these games, but you guys get my point. So, great all-around win. Let's go through some of the statistics because just for funsies. Bridges, 14, 6. He shot 50% from the field, 1 and 2 from 3. Excellent. Galloway, 12 points, 24 minutes. 1 from 3 from 3, that's 33%. That's not terrible. Crowder, 5 from 10, 4 from 9 from 3, 14 points. Excellent. Each one more. 4 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound. Now, Cameron Payne is an upgrade on all of those statistics. That's factual. I mean, he only played 13 minutes, so I guess that's not terrible. And he was 50% from the field too. Chris Paul, motherfucker, took everybody's misses. It was 8 for 18. Nader, 1 for 4. Yeah, I already covered DeAndre Ayton. And Kaminsky, 3 for 5. 2 boards, 2 assists, 7 points in 9 minutes. And then Cameron Johnson, not a great game. 1 for 4, 6 points, 34 minutes. He played good defense, and he had some some crucial rebounds. So even though he only had 4 of them, but a lot of them were in the fourth and they were important. So I think this was a solid win. A lot of people in double figures, and that's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing to see. It's a beautiful thing when, like, let's see what they shot from 3. Oh shit, they shot 45% from 3. Damn. Well, that helps. That fucking helps. And they shot 45.7% from the field. But the Mavericks shot 53%. So it was good to see them execute well. Again, shout out to them. Another thing, the free throw shooting was huge because for a lot of this game they were shooting like 30-something%. It looked like. I think in the first especially they shot like 36%, and the fucking Mavericks were shooting like 60% from the field. Annoying, I know, but the free throw shooting, the Suns the Suns were getting to the line a lot more, so that kept them in the game too. So like I said, this was a solid win. I'm very happy that they did not lose this game because that would have been shitty. I mean, I just got over this three losses in a row bullshit. And like I said, keep that for the other 29 teams. The Suns, they don't want that. Everybody else, you can hold that shit. No thanks, keep that. But I'm getting to the point where I don't know what I'm saying because I'm so tired. And I go to sleep early like an old man. So I'm going to call it, I'm going to go to bed, and I'm going to sleep well. Because I know that I worked hard today. Not really, but you guys get what I'm saying. So I'm going to end it. I'll see you guys later. Peace.